of the New Shepard system. 13 was a perfect flight, preparing for the M14 mission, another verification and check. We're ready for first human flight.
I love hearing from our top engineers, like the architect of New Shepard, Gary Lai, who's joined me here at the desk. Gary's been at Blue Origin for over 15 years and is part of the amazing team that built New Shepard. Gary, welcome. How's it going? How's your day? Anything going on? You got anything on your schedule?
Yeah, I'm a little busy.
Oh, okay. Okay, fair enough. Why don't we launch a rocket? What do you say?
All right, let's do it.
Well, while we got a little bit of time, why don't we get into some of this talk about the step-by-step process that's gotten us to today. So we talk at Blue Origin about our motto, Gradatum Ferociter, step-by-step ferociously in Latin. Talk to us about NS-14 and NS-15, the two prior flights with this same rocket. What happened, and why did we finally come to the conclusion it's time to put people on board?
So, Ariane, the last two flights, NS-14 and NS-15, you could think of as full dress rehearsals for what we're about to do today. We used the same hardware, the same software, and even the same operational procedures as we're going to use today. Really, the only difference in today's launch is that rather than the astronauts getting out of the capsule at the last minute, they are going to stay on and they're going to enjoy the ride to space. So after those launches, we looked at all the data. We made sure that that hardware, that software, those procedures fulfilled all our requirements. We didn't need to change, and we came to the assessment that yes, we are ready.
Fantastic. Now, again, you've been here for now 17 years, I think it is. You've been here since the beginning of the program. The original blueprints, the requirement building, all of that. Talk to me about how you guys approach safety and the safety philosophy that you took as you developed and tested and now are flying this rocket.
So we believe this vehicle is very safe, and is not just the record of flight tests, 15 consecutive successful flight tests. If it was just that, we wouldn't be able to prove it. The reason we know it's safe is because we have done so much more testing on the vehicle and the components on the ground in much more stressing conditions. Really, what the flight tests tell us is what does the vehicle and its components have to, what are the normal conditions? And then on the ground, we test well beyond those conditions, really until we break it. So when we say it's safe, it's because we know it can take much more than it's going to ever experience in flight. Really, the flight is kind of easy on the vehicle.
Fantastic. I want to turn our attention for just a moment to the next vehicles in our fleet of programs that we've got going on at Blue Origin, New Glenn and Blue Moon. New Shepard really is built into the DNA of those programs as well. We don't just stop with New Shepard. We're going orbital, we're going to the moon, we're going to beyond. Why don't you talk about how New Shepard supports those other programs?
So New Shepard is just a part of the entire story of Blue Origin. Really, if you set out just to make a space tourism suborbital vehicle, you would not have built New Shepard. It would be overly complicated. We selected the architecture of New Shepard so that we could build a vehicle and technologies that would allow us to gain practice and develop those technologies for those other vehicles. For example, vertical powered landing. It's a very complicated way to land a vehicle, but it is very scalable. And if you are going to a place like the moon, you're going to have to do it. You can't land on the moon with wings. Deep throttling engines, you need that to land on other planets, and then also liquid oxygen and liquid hydrogen propellants. They're very high performing, the highest performing propellants they are, and you can also extract them from lunar water.
So again, New Shepard, very important part of everything that we're doing here at Blue Origin. Of course, we're going to have an incredible suborbital tourism program. We've got a wonderful payload program with many customers who have already flown, but this is just the beginning of many great things to come at Blue Origin. Now, I want to go back a little bit and talk about, we were talking about safety just a second ago. Talk about redundancy. Backup systems, and in the case of New Shepard, backup systems to the backup systems to the backup systems to the backup systems. What is going on there? Because it goes beyond what meets the eye, right?
Absolutely. So every system on the New Shepard vehicle that is needed for safety has one or more backups, many backups in a lot of cases. So let me give you some examples. So we've already talked a lot about the escape system, and that will activate, in case there's something wrong with the rocket, it will activate and propel the crew away and land safely. We've talked about the parachutes. There are 3 parachutes. We've designed the vehicle to land if only one of those parachutes opens. But that is just a start. Every valve on the vehicle, every mechanism, every battery, every sensor, every wire, every flight computer, everything on the vehicle has a backup, and in some cases, multiple backups.
An incredibly redundant vehicle. Last question for you. Would you put your kids on board?
We set out to design this vehicle for anybody, not professional astronauts, anybody with very little training, and that is a very hard problem. And yes, we have succeeded, and I would put my own kids on that vehicle.
All right, one day, summer vacation in space. Thank you, Gary. Appreciate the insights. I look forward to seeing you back here later on in the show, and we'll get a lot more input from Gary Lai, again, the architect of New Shepard. And with that, let's take a breather, check out New Shepard on the pad as we take closer to first human flight. All right, everybody, if you're just joining us, this is Blue Origin's first human flight. We're down here in West Texas coming to you live. We are T-minus 1 hour and 10 minutes to go until Jeff Bezos, Mark Bezos, Wally Funk, and our first customer from the Netherlands, Oliver Daemon, rocket to space and back. The excitement is palpable down here at Launch Site 1 in West Texas, but I want to keep things moving for you, so why don't we take a closer look at the aforementioned astronauts, the Bezos brothers, Jeff and Mark.
You see the Earth from space, it changes you. It changes your relationship with this planet, with humanity. It's one Earth. I want to go on this flight because it's a thing I've wanted to do all my life. It's an adventure. It's a big deal for me. I invited my brother to come on this first flight because we're closest friends. I really want you to come with me. Would you? Are you serious? I am. I think it would be meaningful. Have my brother there.
I wasn't even expecting him to say that he was going to be on the first flight. And then when he asked me to go along, I was just awestruck.
Seriously? If you're willing, if you want to.
God.
Yeah.
What a remarkable opportunity, not only to have this adventure, but to be able to do it with my best friend.
I love you. I love you too.
What a cool story. Brothers sharing this historic experience together. Now, Mark has been part of the Blue Origin story from the very beginning. He's been with us every step of the way, and we're so excited to see him on this first human flight. You're taking a lot of us up there with you, Mark. But we're not stopping there. Second human flight and beyond are already in the works. And you know, since the auction on June 12th, I've had the good pleasure of speaking on the phone with many of the participants from the auction who now have been quickly filling up seats for the next several launches. Sales are open, everybody. If you're interested, send us an email at astronauts@blueorigin.com. And we're planning 2 more flights this year, and as we said, many more to come in the years following. Folks, this is an authentic rocket ride. You're in the crew capsule, launching 100 kilometers up over the Kármán line, the internationally recognized line of space, and safely back to Earth. And what a crew capsule it is. Let's take a look.
For your once-in-a-lifetime journey, you will travel past the boundaries of Earth's atmosphere and into outer space. Featuring windows that comprise 1/3 of the capsule's surface structure, the largest windows ever in space, you'll have a view of the curve of the planet and the vast darkness of the cosmos. Every detail of the capsule has been precision engineered for your safety and comfort, with reclining seats specifically designed to absorb the impact of landing and an escape motor that can safely propel the capsule from the booster rocket. At the apex of your flight, you'll experience weightlessness. Unbuckling from your seat, you're free to explore different perspectives from each window before your return to Earth begins. This is the beginning of a revolution in space travel, and Blue Origin is going to take you there.
So yeah, our crew capsule is pretty sweet, very spacious. I should note that that crew capsule has 10 times the volume that Alan Shepard had on his flight to space. And of course, you notice those big, beautiful windows in comparison to poor Alan, who just had essentially a little porthole to look out of. Our astronauts today are going to get an amazing view. You know, today, as we mentioned, is just the first of many flights to come on New Shepard for that capsule. And let me tell you, as somebody who was at the recent live auction for the very first seat on today's rocket, people want to fly to space. We had nearly 7,600 people from 159 countries registered to bid. Huge global interest. And it was just incredible to be in the room when the winning bid was called at $28 million. All that money went to Blue Origin's Club for the Future. It was truly a stunning day, for which we are extremely grateful and extremely humbled. Now, for those of you that are less familiar with our Club for the Future, you might ask, what is Club? Club for the Future's mission is to inspire younger generations to pursue career in STEM and to help invent the future of life in space. The club and its collaborators are doing this in many ways, like sending student postcards to space on New Shepard and back, posted them, flown in space, of course. They've also been establishing space-focused curricula and providing access to space on Blue Origin rockets. And just last week, Blue Origin decided to spread the love. Blue Origin and Club for the Future announced that these 19 nonprofit organizations you see on your screen here will each receive $1 million from the $28 million. Incredible to see all of that money being used to help get the next generation excited about space. Why don't we take a closer look at Club for the Future, what it is, what it's doing, and where it's going.
It's my generation's job to build the road to space so that the future generations can unleash their creativity. And one of the things that we have to do is inspire young people to build the future of life in space.
We're from Blue Origin. We are going to be sending some postcards to space.
The Club for the Future asks K-12 students to send us postcards with their dreams of the future.
Mine says the future is only a tomorrow away because if we build the future, we have to do it a day at a time.
That's really poetic. That's really cool. We're going to send those postcards to space in New Shepard. And then we're going to bring them back and mail them back to you. Let's take a look at some of these. These are fantastic. What a great drawing. It's time to verify. Nice. That's beautiful.
I'm interested in space medicine and space exploration, so I have a futuristic city with a rocket launching.
Thanks for being members of the Club for the Future. The kids I talked to earlier, if they are representative of the current generation, we are in good shape. Big things start small.
Let me tell you, the future of space is in very good hands. Guys, we're building the road to space, but the journey on it is going to be yours. And there are a lot of brilliant kids out there, so please keep up the great work, guys. With that, why don't we take a breather, check out New Shepard on the pad as she gets ready for first human flight. All right, thank you again, everybody, for joining us live from West Texas. We're here at just 1 hour and 2 minutes to go until launch. We are quickly approaching our first live glimpse of today's astronauts. They're going through their final preparations with crew member 7 before exiting the training center and heading out to the launch pad in their Rivian trucks. And now, crew member 7 is a role that gets its name from the New Shepard program. Though today's flight features 4 astronauts, future flights will take use of all 6 seats in the crew capsule. And crew member 7 is just that, the 7th member of each astronaut crew. Now, it's a 2-person role. And here's some footage, in fact, of Kevin Sprague and Sarah Knights, our current crew member 7s. We'll have that for you in a second here. So Sarah and Kevin don't go to space themselves, but they're critical team members that stay with the crew every step of the way, including as voice of mission control to the astronauts during the flight. So it's basically like they're in the capsule with our crew. And you're going to hear on today's flight Sarah as Capcom, or capsule communicator. And as I mentioned earlier, I've gone through astronaut experience training, and I can tell you the crew member 7 roles are essential. Kevin and Sarah met me, as well as the rest of the crew that I had during training, the evening that we arrived in El Paso, Texas, and we were in great hands, in their incredibly competent hands from the beginning to the end of our journey down here in Texas. So a special thank you to Kevin and Sarah for holding it all together for our astronauts. Now I want to introduce you to another critical member of our Team Blue, Audrey Powers. In her new role as the Vice President of Mission and Flight Operations, she recently joined us here at the desk for a chat about what it's like to arrive at this very special moment. Audrey, it's so great to have you here. You've been so important to the development of the company and this rocket, and I can only imagine, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling very, very excited.
Yeah?
We had an amazing flight readiness review yesterday, and the team is just so pumped.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, so this is not the first time our viewers have met you. On the last flight, you were one of our, what we call astronauts, spelled ASTRONOTS.
Yep.
What was that experience like, going through the training and being one of the astronauts?
Well, I was actually there working. I was not just having fun.
Right. No, we know
I was
this.
going through the training to really see how it had progressed over time. A number of us did a review of the training early on, and I'll say that our training has reached such a really great spot for the astronauts. Our human factors team has provided a lot of input. Our CM7 team has spent so much time really focusing on what is important for them to first safely get through the experience and then just really enjoy their time up there. So it was vetting the entire experience and making sure that we cover the right aspects of it.
Right. So I also got to be an astronaut, but I didn't get to do the next kind of critical step, which is getting inside of the capsule on top of the rocket when it's fully fueled, fully loaded, like we did during our last launch and last webcast. You were one of 2. You and Gary Lai went in there. What was that like when you went in there and the hatch was closed? What is that feeling like?
Yeah, the entire tower operation of astronaut load was just a very sensory experience. And we walked through the sequence a couple days in advance just to rehearse everything, all of the movements. But on launch day, we got out of the cars and we're standing at the bottom of the tower, and you could hear the vehicle venting. And when you looked at it, there was frost coming off the side, like you see sometimes in movies. And it's just this overwhelming sense of this thing that is waiting to launch, and we're kind of holding it up, you know?
Right.
So there was a great sense of urgency that didn't exist on the days that we rehearsed it. And when we got up and finally ingressed and strapped into our seat, there were a lot of things. It was very mechanical because of the training that we had gone through in the simulator. And we sat down and strapped in, and it wasn't until then that you're waiting for the crew to do the checks and empty out the cabin of the various equipment that you kind of look out and you realize like how high up you are,
where you are.
Yeah, and you could feel the vehicle swaying a little bit on the launch mount, like that rocket is ready to launch. And when it closed, I remember thinking before, like, oh, I'm going to have all these clever things to say to Gary, you know, because we've worked together for so long. And, like, I couldn't think of anything. It was just like, I want to go so badly, you know? Like, can you lock the hatch from the inside?
We were wondering if you guys were going to do a little stowaway situation. Sorry, there are cameras. We saw you.
Yep. So it was just this really rich sensory experience being in there from all angles. Yeah.
Well, so you are now head of New Shepard Flight and Mission Ops. Mm-hmm. What does it feel like this day that we're actually putting people on board and we're closing the hatch and we're keeping the people in the capsule to go to space and back? What does that feel like?
Well, we've spent, in recent weeks, we've finalized a years-long effort called our Human Flight Certification Plan. And it culminated in an extensive review, over the last month with external reviewers, and our FAA partners were involved. And it was the culmination of the entire program, years of work on this program. And I was so struck by how much work has gone into this across the years and across the disciplines. And the people in that room kind of finalizing all of these check boxes, it was just an overwhelming sense of the history that we had collected of this program. And I was so, before I came to this position in New Shepard, I supported New Shepard, and I knew the hard work that was going on in this program, but I have been so struck by just the professionalism and the bias for action and just the critical thinking that everyone on this program puts in. And I have been awestruck by people that I have been working with for years. I mean, I knew what great work they did, but being part of it and part of this team, I'm so honored that they wanted me in this position, and that I'm participating in this now. Yeah.
Well, Audrey, to you and to your team, to the whole Blue Origin team, thank you for all of your hard work. We cannot wait to see the launch, and Godspeed, New Shepard.
Thank you. I can't wait to see it either.
Audrey offers such great insight into New Shepard. She's also a pilot herself. Oh, and the chair of the Commercial Spaceflight Federation. She's had an incredible impact on space legislation and policy in some major ways, as well as a major impact on Blue Origin. So thank you to Audrey. She's kind of busy today, so we're very proud to have had her on stage just a couple of days ago. All right, we're at T-minus 55 minutes to go until launch. Let's go ahead and check out New Shepard as she gets ready for her flight today to space and back with our first human flight crew. Thank you, everybody, again for joining us live from West Texas for Blue Origin's first human flight. We are at T-minus 52 minutes to go until launch. Right now, our 4 astronauts are inside the astronaut training center. We are waiting for them to exit to get in the Rivians, and then we will be waiting for a go for astronaut load-in. I can already hear the helicopter above that's going to be following them on their way out. Now, that astronaut training center, what we have in that training center is basically it's a classroom, but I'd say the centerpiece of it is a beautiful crew capsule simulator. And it's a really cool simulator. Some of you may have seen in the past, we've had a mock-up that we've been able to take to various events. But the simulator that's in the astronaut training center is kind of a step above, a step beyond, because in it, we are able to simulate the sounds, the vibrations, the full crew screen and alert system that we have for every single seat. And so during the training, you spend a lot of time, of course, understanding, with crew member 7, understanding the general New Shepard system, all of the procedures, ingress, egress, and getting to know the Blue Origin team, but you do spend a lot of time in that crew capsule. And as mentioned, we go through these simulations of the flights and of all sorts of different scenarios so that our astronauts feel comfortable, as we said, so they can sit back and kind of enjoy the ride, enjoy this incredible experience. They've got these huge windows right next to them. We want them to be focused on that view, focused on feeling the G's as they come on. You know, you're in these beautiful, nice, soft, reclined seats that disperse the G's. It's a wonderful experience. And that simulator, we run these scenarios. We've got full audio, we've got full vibration, and it's a really critical component of the training program, let's say. Now, we also, of course, we will take them out to the pad the day before launch. We want them to walk up the crew access tower. You'll see it's hidden a little bit in that shot there on the left there, but that is the safety shelter. So we'll see as the astronauts drive out to the pad itself, they will ascend the stairs, the set of stairs on the left. They'll take kind of a bit of a timeout in the safety shelter. The crew member 7, Kevin Spro, will go out to the across the bridge there to the tower that's in the center of your screen. He will be working with the tower crew there, make sure everything is set and sorted to go for our astronauts. He will then go back to the safety shelter and get the astronauts and get them ingressed into the capsule. The astronauts right now, though, they are in the astronaut training center. Again, we are waiting for them to emerge shortly here. We are at T-minus 49 minutes to go until launch. Again, they are going to be entering into the Rivian trucks and heading out to the launch pad. This will be our first glimpse of the astronauts. We're going to see those shining smiles of theirs. I'm sure they're trying to contain their excitement. You know, you've got that excited energy that, of course, they are controlling themselves. Although, again, let's be honest, Wally Funk doesn't control her excitement. I'm, as I said, fully expecting her to do full somersaults and cartwheels on her way into the Rivians. And why don't we just wait here for a moment as we wait for those astronauts to emerge. Thank you again, everybody, for joining us live for New Shepard's first human flight. We are waiting for our astronauts to emerge from the astronaut training center. We've got our on-the-ground correspondent, Caitlin Dietrich, who is just outside of the training center. Caitlin, what's going on out there?
So you can really feel the energy start to build now. We've just heard that everything's continuing nominally towards launch. The countdown is moving forward. We've got our helicopters in the air waiting to capture our astronauts as they take their Rivians to the launch pad. The sun's coming up. It's a beautiful morning. Our teams are going to be standing on the road, hooting and hollering as the astronauts drive by on their way to the tower. And I'm starting to get goosebumps over here, and it's a little bit emotional. But we'll be back in just a couple minutes, and we'll watch these Astros as they head out into their truck and on their way to space.
Fantastic. Thanks, Caitlin. We'll send it back to Caitlin in a moment here as we wait for those astronauts to emerge from the astronaut training center. You know, I'll tell you, the last thing that they do before they exit the training center is there's this special coin ceremony. It's a challenge coin that's given to each one of the astronauts for them to take in their suit up to space and back. It's a military tradition, but it really makes you feel like you are part of a team. And what a team to be part of. What a crew to be part of. Only New Shepards astronauts are going to be able to get these coins. You only get the coin if you get to go up to space and back. And these astronauts, again, have completed their training, and they are ready to become the next set of international astronauts. So again, we're waiting here for just a moment while we wait for the astronauts to emerge from the astronaut training center. We are at T-minus 46 minutes to go until launch.
We would like to have a yes crew to contact airline what we use for monitoring.
Thank you again, everybody, for joining us live for New Shepard's first human flight. We are at T-minus 45 minutes, and here the astronauts come. There you see Jeff Bezos in the foreground, Oliver Daemon stepping into the Rivian. Crew member 7, Kevin Sprogue, there on the right. as well as Wally Funk. What a moment for her. At the age of 82, she will become the oldest astronaut to have ever flown into space. And there she is, loading into the Rivian. Wally was part of the Mercury 13 program back in the 1960s. The program to train women to go to space that ultimately was canceled. But now it is her moment. Today is an incredible day for her. All right, now we're going to be waiting for mission control to get a go for astronaut load out to the pad. That's when the Rivian will start heading out towards the pad. They're actually going to pass right behind me here. I'm certainly going to give them a wave. They then will pass mission control, get some last minute love from our team there, as well as their families. And then they will head down the road to space to the launch pad. And we'll go for load in. There they go, everybody. What a moment. You can probably hear our team already losing it down here. We are super excited. And there they are. High fives from everybody. What an incredible moment. They're coming over here just behind my right shoulder. A moment we've been waiting for here at Blue Origin. So much hard work has led to this moment. How exciting. Wally Funk, the Bezos brothers, Oliver Daemon, our 4 crew members are heading out to the launch pad. There they go. See you guys. Oh my gosh, they are in for the flight of a lifetime. And just a couple of yards to my left here, that is mission control, and here they go, passing by mission control. There you see Jeff Bezos waving to the team. And they're going to hang a left there as they head down the road to space. Now, while we watch them travel down that road to space, they've got just a couple of moments. It's a long 2-mile road there. We've got a couple of moments. Why don't we meet aviation icon Wally Funk?
You're in zero gravity for 4 minutes. You come back down. We land gently on the desert surface. We open the hatch and you step outside. What's the first thing you say?
I will say, honey, that was the best thing that ever happened to me. I've been flying forever, and I have 19,600 flying hours. I have taught over 3,000 people to fly, private, commercial, instrument, flight engineer, airline transport, gliding, everything that the FAA has, I've got the license for. And I can outrun you. Back in the 60s, I was in the Mercury 13 program. They asked me, do you want to be an astronaut? I said, yes. They told me that I had done better and completed the work faster than any of the guys. So I got a hold of NASA 4 times. I said, I want to become an astronaut, but nobody would take me. I didn't think that I would ever get to go up. Nothing has ever gotten in my way. And they said, Wally, you're a girl, you can't do that. I said, guess what? Doesn't matter what you are. You can still do it if you want to do it. And I like to do things that nobody has ever done.
We're going to fly you up into space on the very first flight. That's your
I can't tell people that are watching how fabulous I feel to have been picked by Blue Origin to go on this trip.
You're going to be an astronaut.
Oh, finally! And I'll love every second of it. Woo! Ha ha! I can hardly wait.
We are just so thrilled and frankly honored to help Wally Funk finally realize her dream of going to space. Now, recently I was lucky enough to spend a couple of moments with her right here at the desk. Why don't we take a look? Wally, it is a pleasure to meet you. As a fellow pilot, you are an inspiration, so thank you.
You don't know how great it is to meet you, that you are a pilot. I want you to go fly more in that glider and jumping.
Oh, well,
that's great.
And hopefully follow in your footsteps and go on New Shepard one day.
Absolutely. Oh,
I mean,
yes.
So, Wally, you've waited a while to go to space. A silly question, but are you excited?
No, not at all. Of course. Since I got on the airplane and I got to fly the airplane and get here and meet all of you, this is so fantastic.
What do you, so on launch day, what do you think is going to be the most exciting thing? What are you looking forward to the most?
Lift off, climb, undo, and be able to move around in the, if there's room. I want to do a lot of stuff because I've done that in other situations.
And you were just telling me a second ago, you're going to take your camera up there and you've got a postcard that you're going to take a photo with.
That is what's going to be on the window when I go up, and then I'm going to take a picture of it with Earth behind me.
That's such a beautiful photo of you and the American flag back there in your flight suit, and that's going to be a spectacular photo. So, you know, this is probably, I imagine, your first time down here in West Texas at our launch site.
Absolutely.
What do you think?
No, I used to be in Texas and teach. I think everything's fantastic. I mean, I've been treated so well, and the food is so great. I can't believe it's coming from, I don't know, California.
Right.
And you're lucky to be here with all these friends and people and see what's going on.
Absolutely. Well, so, Wally, as I said, you've been an inspiration to me. What would you say to the next generation of young people that are out there that want to go to space?
Well, I've talked to young people all my life. How many of you girls and boys want to fly? Well, not many raise their hands. I said, well, I tell you what, get your parents to take you out and give you a flight.
Right.
That's what my parents did at 7 years old. And if you like it, you'll continue on. And if you don't, you might continue on because something's going to be in your heart that's going to want you to do that.
I cannot wait to see you go to space. Thank you for being with us. It's a pleasure to have you. Thank you.
Thank you, honey.
So yes, as you just saw, Wally Funk is the real deal. I was doing my best to contain my fangirl moment there because she, again, is an inspiration to so many people around the world, and myself included. We see here that the astronauts are starting to ascend the crew tower. There's Wally waving. She's leading the crew. Gary, welcome back. It's good to have you back here at the desk to get you to help with the play-by-play here. We just saw a moment ago that they drove around the ring road, stopped, took a photo because, of course, you know, we're memorializing this moment as best we can for these astronauts. They so deserve it. So going up the tower, we've got Wally, then it looks like Jeff Bezos, his brother Mark, and Oliver Daemon that are heading up to their rocket. Now, while we have a moment here, I do understand that Caitlin Dietrich is standing by at Mission Control. What's going on outside Mission Control, Caitlin?
Hey guys, Caitlin here. I'm with Jarrett Jones, the head of our New Glenn program here. Jarrett, how are you feeling today watching the launch here from Mission Control?
Excited, awesome, this is amazing. It's just incredible. You could only dream about this day. And you know what, Caitlin? It's not lost on me and probably many of the viewers that today is like July the 20th, the day Neil Armstrong, who also graduated from my alma mater, Boiler Up, stepped on the moon and made history. And we're doing it at New Shepard and Blue Origin, doing our first human launch, and it's just amazing. And the reason I'm excited, but also focused, is that there's quite a bit of technology transfer from New Shepard to New Glenn. Everything from the BE3 engine with the LOX and the hydrogen, all the way down to our landing gear. I mean, this is an exciting day for us, and I'm just excited. I don't want to take the spotlight away. It's about New Shepard, and I'm just very proud of this team and then Blue Origin as a whole. I mean, just amazing day, Caitlin.
Well, we like to say that New Shepard is basically the second stage of New Glenn. So you're kind of seeing the second stage fly here today.
Absolutely. New Shepard was built and designed for scalability.
Guys, this is mic testing. Guys, this is mic testing. Welcome back, guys. This is Lighted Sky. Thanks for joining the live stream. So today we are going to witness the NS-14 launch. So what's special, this will be the first flight for the Blue Origin. They actually did 15 launches till now, like without uncrewed missions, and this is the first time they are testing it. Guess what? Someone's taking a risk. Jeff Bezos is on the flight, and with him the other three will become the astronauts. So the other guy is his brother Mark Bezos, and then Wally Funk. We will talk about her soon. Then we have Oliver Daemon. So let's start with Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos, as you guys know, you all get the deliveries from Amazon. So he is the founder. So at the age of 57, he will be going to the space. So he will be the first one. Then at a very early age, he wanted to be like go to space. So but usually like who has the money to go to space on the first go, like when you are small? Yeah, like if you are a kid of Ambani and all that, so that's different. So the way he did was I don't know if his real aim was like to go to space, and then but eventually he started Amazon, and then we all know the history. So he will be the guy, and he started Blue Origin in 2000, and he actually resigned from Amazon few weeks back, so that he will concentrate on the Blue Origin's work. And here we are, he is going to space. Then his brother, like one sec. And his brother 2000, and he actually, yeah, and his brother like Mark Bezos, he's the younger one. Not the younger one, like he's actually of the age 53, and Jeff is 57. So I guess, yeah, they will be the 50 mark celebration. Then so who is Mark Bezos? Like, what does he do? What and all? Actually, he's also like a part of business, and he owns shares in Amazon. So that's interesting. Like, guess what? Like, your brother has started a space company, and you will get a flight seat automatically. Yeah. So the third person. This is very interesting, and you can see on the screen. She is sitting there on the table, yeah, on the desk. So Wally Funk, she is 82, guys. Like, yeah. So she is a pioneer female aviator. The story is like that. Like Apollo, when the Apollo mission started back in 1960s and all. So NASA was hiring not hiring, but they were training astronauts. Usually these were like men, and they also trained women. So the men were trained, like there were 7 astronauts, and the women which were trained were like they were 13. So they were named as Mercury 13, the whole group. And the men were named as like Mercury 7. The 7 were selected, and yeah, you can see the bell ringing. I think this will be a tradition now. Like we see in the SpaceX, what they do is they like sign on the I don't know the correct name, but when they get aboard, before getting on board the capsule, there's a whole board kind of thing. All the astronauts who are launched from there, they sign it. So I guess this will be like a bell ringing. Yeah. You can see now the the astronauts boarding the capsule. Actually, it was supposed to happen at -45 T-45. I don't know. Let's see. This should not affect the timeline. So yeah, about today's flight, we will come back to Wally Funk. But today's flight, it's, as I said, they conducted 15 successful uncrewed missions. So this will be very different. This will be the crewed mission, and the first for the Blue Origin, first for the entire crew members, first for the this thing for the company, as I said. So first with the humans on board. So this will be a key factor. Like we saw the Virgin Galactic last week. They successfully sent 4 of them reach, like including the 2 pilots. Then it's 6. So their price for the seat is one seat for the flight on a plane. That will be around like $250,000. So in Indian rupees, that will be around 2 crore-ish. So yeah, if you have 2 crores, hop on to Virgin Galactic. Yeah. So I guess if we consider the Blue Origin's plan, if we take a estimate, I guess it will be much higher than the Virgin Galactic, because this involves a rocket. So we all know rockets are they are super expensive, and yeah, I guess we can expect some higher price. Like 2 crore is too low for this, right? And yeah, might be. Let's see. And they will spend 4 minutes in space. So after they lift and get onto that, we'll get in the flight details once we start this thing. So back to Wally, the grandma, Wally Funk. She is 82, and yeah, Mercury 13, as I said, were 13 American women who, as a part of privately funded program, successfully underwent the same psychological screening tests as had the astronauts selected by NASA in 1959. See, as I said, Mercury 7 was for the male candidates, and Mercury 13, famously, they did not name it, yeah, one sec. I have that detail, who named it. Yeah, the term was coined in 1955 by Hollywood producer James Cross. So he termed the name for Mercury 13. Actually, it's we don't. I think why did women not go to space in 1960s? Actually, I think the reason for that, we did not know much about the biological and all human process and all. I think it was a risk, and they did not take it. That might be the reason, because of guys, let's see, we just had a rocket and a capsule, and yeah, I think due to some reason they did not go it. But actually they could have tried in the later years, but we don't know why, what happened to the 13 members of that Mercury 13. So this is very interesting, because for the whole life she trained to be an astronaut before during the selection process, and guess what, you did not get a chance to go to space. So she was invited by Jeff Bezos. So it's a not that she did not pay for this. So this is like a gift from Jeff. So actually that's a huge gift. Like, yeah, she is so excited. As you guys, if you have stayed from the start, like you could have seen her interview before I started. Her interview was going on. So yeah, she was very eager to go to space. And yeah, like she kept on talking about what she will do when she gets to space. The first thing she was like, I will take a picture and with the earth in the background and like the selfie. And she said she has many other things to do. Let's see if we will get that cast, like the signal there. So one more interesting fact: today, after they reach space, some records will be broken here. Like the first one is she will become the oldest person to fly to space. So she is 82, as I said. So the earlier record was 77, the age 77, and it was none other than John Glenn. Yeah, John Glenn, at the age of 77, he traveled his second space flight. That was on board the space shuttle Discovery. So it was 1998. So yeah, like 23 years later, we are going to break that record. So she will be the first, she will be the first person to get the. One sec, guys. Yeah, she will be the first one. Then the fourth one. This is interesting. As you, if you have seen my the news video, which I did for Blue Origin, the day the auction happened. So 28 million, 28 million guy, the one who purchased it. It happens that the guy did not show up because he had some scheduling problem. I don't know which scheduling they have. Before they had a chance to go to space, and now they have some schedule problem. I don't know who is that busy guy. Okay, so the next in line was the guy who is Oliver Daemon. I don't know if I spelled his name rightly. He is the age of 18. We are 21. Yeah, juniors going to space. This is what happens when your dad is the CEO of some Smorcest capital partner, and his dad is the CEO and founder. So I don't know if they paid the same price, like 28 million. I guess so. Yeah, they paid, but I don't know if they paid the same price or it was some later one. So yeah, this guy becomes the first paying person for the Blue Origin Plus. So he is now a first commercial. What can we say, for the first commercial? Yeah, the first commercial passenger. Yeah, sorry guys, passenger. So yeah, passenger. So the other three are like, one is his brother. He is not paying anything, of course. Then comes this and our Wally Funk 82. So she was gifted the seat. Then this guy, so he is the only one payer for this whole flight. And guess what? He's also breaking a record. Yeah, his record is that he will become the youngest human to space. Earlier, this record was kept on by Soviets. Yeah, the Russians in 1961, during the Vostok 2 mission, they sent a person. I don't know if I will spell his name rightly. German Titov. Yeah, German Titov. I don't know. He was 25. So this guy, so he was 25 and this guy is 18. So yeah, everyone is breaking a record. CEO going to space, I think that is a record. His brother going to space, a record. And the oldest oldest woman break a record. This guy break a record. So this flight is all about breaking records, and yeah, that's good. Yeah, the flight details, like after as I said, Guys, if you have watched the Virgin Galactic weeks back, like not weeks back, 1 week back, so they flew on a plane, then Mothership Eve. So that is what carries the main capsule, like the main plane. Their Mothership Eve then separated, and the Virgin Galactic's plane went on to the to I think they reached some 86 kilometer. I don't know, there was some news, but I don't know the correct numbers. And according to US rules, Kármán line, guys, if you know the Kármán line is the line, imaginary line, which is in the, like, the space starts from there. So if you are on Earth here, and like if this is the line, so this is the 100-kilometer line from the surface of the Earth. So after crossing that line, you will be officially in space. But I don't know, some US rules, they have some 80 to 85, somewhere around that line as space starting line. But we officially, like, that is an imaginary, like, don't worry. But yeah, Virgin Galactic touched that line, like the 80 to 85 one. But still they went to space. They enjoyed the microgravity, and I'm sure you all heard the founder's speech. So yeah, so that was cool. So this Blue Origin will reach 100 kilometer, so that will be around 62 miles, American friends. Yeah, so 100 kilometers, so that will be like officially like what we know as space. So they will enjoy, I think, around 4 minutes of microgravity and do their stuff. I like the capsule, like the way you see, like if you have seen the Virgin Galactic, they were just small circular holes. I think that would have given a good view, but I don't know, this is also super fun. Like, wish they could open the window. No. So the capsule looks good. I think if you have seen the cover of this video, like the title, that was the interior of the Blue Origin. Like, if you guys want, I will show up on the screen one sec. So there's like the records. 2021 we have started going to space. 2021, so many things to come. In November we have September we have the SpaceX. They will be sending 4 commercial astronauts to space, and everything's like on schedule. Gaganyaan, December, that's huge thing. So I think that will be fun. Gaganyaan, of course it will be uncrewed, but a test. 1 week back, ISRO tested its Vikas engine. So that will be a major part of, because it will be the propeller, like the engine for the Gaganyaan mission. So that testing was essential and everything went fine. So also Elon Musk congratulated on that. I guess. So Blue Origin's seat flight. One sec. I loved it. Like, it's like a spaceship, something like, right? One sec. It's on the screen in 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's see. So actually, this capsule can carry 6 people. I think you can count that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and the seat from 6. So today there will be 4 people on board. This is like something different. Like the windows. See, it's so open like thing, and they like, it's like beach seats. They are like resting back, and center console, I guess. From there you can. I wish there are some controls on the central cylindrical thing. Like, I don't know, like they did not. We don't have the pictures of that, I guess. But that's interesting. And guys, let's see. Like, if everything goes well, I think we all will be going to space by, who knows. some 3-4 years, might be, like if everything goes well. If guys, like if there is a Mars, like if the Artemis gets done and the SpaceX builds its Starship. Actually, SpaceX today did its static fire test of the booster. So that's a process. Like so, in a month or two, I guess in 2 months, I think we will witness the scheduled orbital launch of the Starship SN16 on top of the BN12 booster. So I think that will be very interesting, because that will not only go hop for some 10 kilometers and come back, it will go around the globe and finally will splash down in Hawaiian island somewhere, and the booster will return. I don't know if they want to land it, but that mechanism is also mind-blowing, like because imagine, like if the booster is coming down, there will be like the holders, like where this all requires very much accuracy. When the booster comes down, that will hold the booster. So this is all like crazy stuff. It's not that you give some legs and you land them, but yeah, this SpaceX is weird. I think that's what keeps them so successful, like off the shelf technology, like off the shelf. So everything is new. We are seeing every day. You guys can watch Lab Padre, like they have the live stream like up and running every time. So yeah, 24/7 you can see the updates. Just get onto the YouTube and see like what is going on there. It's interesting. Each day they will be moving around things and all. I think now their crane is going to be built, and yeah, that's going to be soon. Let's see if we can get that glimpse of that rocket very soon, like with no delays. Artemis, Artemis is going to be fun. Like, let's see, they have actually started to stack up the rocket. We don't know the capsule status by ESA, but I think that's also ready, the Orion capsule. So there will be key testing there, and as you can see on the screen, she is Wally Funk, red t-shirt, and that guy is the Oliver Daemon, the one speaking now. Oh, he has flight experience. Okay. Like, let me turn up the volume for that guy. Let's see what he's speaking.
Also has his pilot's license and will be studying physics in college, and in just a bit he'll officially be an astronaut. But Gary, did you talk to Oliver?
I did. I had an opportunity.
Sorry guys, there was some network. One sec, I'm testing for the mic. Sorry guys, yeah, actually there's a brief fold, I guess, that's on the screen. What is the time? Minus 5:36. I think there is some problem arising there, so 15 minutes to go. Sorry guys, actually there's a brief hold, I guess. Hi guys, those of you joining now, so welcome to the Light and Sky channel. Today is the mission for the Blue Origin's first space flight, and so let's start. I don't know, some 2-3 people have joined now, I guess, so I think I will just discuss whatever happened till now. So guys, actually astronauts have boarded the capsule, and they are on it, and we have got a hold for the mission. I don't know why it's going up and up. They say it's a brief hold, and we will be soon witnessing the countdown back again. So yeah, flight details. Today will be a short launch. They will enjoy the 4 minutes microgravity there, and return back on the pad. The parachutes will deploy on the desert. So, and the booster will return back on the same pad. So that's good. Blue Origins, they have tested the capsule and the rocket for 15 times. So this will be their 16th launch, but the change here is that all the 15 were uncrewed. So this is the first crewed mission for the whole company, and many records, as I was saying back now, few minutes back, many records are going to be broken today. Yeah, we'll say about them. So this will be a 100 kilometer 100 kilometer altitude reach test. So the 4 astronauts will reach in about some minutes, and then they will enjoy the 4 minutes. So they will reach the Kármán line and enjoy and come back. So the interesting facts, the astronauts, usually there are astronauts who have trained some years back and they go to fly, but we have someone special here. She trained for becoming an Apollo astronaut, but as she was a woman, she did not get the chance, even though she qualified all the required necessary skills and everything. But she was not chosen by NASA. I think we don't know the reason, but she did not get a chance. So who is she? She is Wally Funk. Her age is 82, and she is a pioneer female aviator. So she trained everything. She was in the group of Mercury 13. So what is the story behind Mercury 13? Mercury 13 was a program by NASA to it was not officially named as Mercury 13 back then. They trained some 13 women astronauts, and for the Apollo mission 7 men were selected and they were trained. But these 13 women were never sent to space, and we had to see about that, what happened to that program. So she was invited by Jeff. So it's a dream come true, because that's what she all did back in the 60s, 70s, 80s, training hard and hard. But she did not get the chance. Now she will get her chance. If you tune back on the stream, you will see her interview. She was so excited, and the first thing she said, she has many things to do when she get up there, but the first thing she wants on the list is like she wants to take a selfie with the Earth in the background and herself in the picture. So that's so interesting. So the record which is going to be broken. So what is the record? As I mentioned, she is 82. So is she the oldest person to go to space now? Yeah, because the earlier record was set by a man who was 77-year-old, and his name is none other than John Glenn. So he traveled to space on his second flight at the age of 77. Sorry, so on a NASA space shuttle Discovery. So that was in the year 1998, and fast forward to 23 years, we have our new oldest human to go to space, Wally Funk, 82. So today, after reaching space, she will be the oldest to get to space. So that's cool for as you can see the mission profile on the screen. So yeah, the booster gets, then the capsule is separated at the 100-kilometer line. So then it enjoys the sweet like parabolish curve, and yeah, the booster returns on the pad, and after the capsule will return on a with parachutes. Yeah, guys, let me know in the comments like what will you prefer, Virgin Galactic's plane, like see the difference between Virgin Galactic and Blue Origin's strategy is that they want to enter the space tourism with two different approaches. The first one, Virgin Galactic, they will have a mothership which will be carrying a plane. That plane will be separated in the mid-flight, and that will operate at Mach 1 and increase its speed, and then it will enter the space. So that's one thing, and they will enjoy around 4 minutes. Yeah, this is also like 4-minute test drive. So they will enjoy 4 minutes, and they will come back and land on the same plane. So there will be no parachutes and nothing, like they will. And one more catch is that like while coming back, the engines will not be on. So it's all about the pilots who have to guide the plane to back to runway. If they miss the runway, I don't know like what is that situation. We have to see that. But yeah, the plane glides back. It will have no engines. Yeah, of course it will have an engine, but no fuel to run on. So that is one. The second flight, today's approach. As you can see on the screen, the booster separates. We have the capsule, which highlighted. Yeah, at the same time when I spoke. Then it will travel, and the capsule separation will occur, and then we will get the 4 minutes flight thing. Then yeah, the booster returns like yeah, then yeah, the capsule is highlighted now. As you can see, that will be the 4 amazing minutes of their life. Then the booster returns back to Earth with its tripodish legs. Yeah, that will, and we have the parachute landing. Like what do you think, like will the parachute slow down, or there will be a third kind of feeling like when you jump on a hump and you will feel that in a car, like what do you think, it will be smooth or what? Let's see in the comments. Like after the launch we will see like who got it correct. So that is one. That's on the screen. That is one. The second flight, today's approach, as you can see on the screen. Yeah, so okay, yeah, I did not speak. One sec guys. There is some mic issue there. Yeah, so did I speak about our fourth person, Oliver Daemon? Oliver Daemon, he is 18 years old. I guess those all watching the stream, we all are 21 and 22. We are sitting at home, and no guys, this is what happens when because his dad is CEO and founder of Somerset Capital Partner, some company. So his father did this ticket like 28 million. Actually, they were not the one. Some anonymous buyer was the holder of 28 million. Because of some scheduling problem, I don't know what other work he has than going to space. He left that he or she, we don't know who is that. He or she left that spot, and this guy came in, like the Oliver Daemon. He is 18-year-old, and he is interested in. He wants to study like that. That's what he is. He wants to study in college innovation and physics. So this will be a key adventure for him. At the age of 4, he wanted to go to space. So yeah, 16 years forward. 12 years forward. I think now he is going to space. For lucky guy, yeah. So that will be the one. Also, this guy is breaking another record, as you guys know. This guy is breaking the record to be the youngest person to go to space. See, can you see the difference? Like, we have on the same launch, we have the oldest person going to space and the youngest person going to space. Both are on the same flight, and like the Bezos brothers, like the Jeff and his Mark, both will be going. And before, if you ask who was the youngest person before this guy goes to space, he was none other than, I don't know if I will spell his name rightly, German Titov, Gherman Titov. Like, he is a Russian at the age of 25 in 1961. Guys, like in 1961, he was sent to space on Vostok 2. So Vostok 2 was the mission. So from 1961 to till day, no one below his age went. It's like, if you calculate like 71, 81, 91 to 12, it's actually 50 years after this. This is like 50 years after the, like, actually the whole 20th July thing is all about the moon landing. So as I said in a news video, like earlier back some months back, why 20th July? So 20th July was the day when the Apollo 11 astronauts landed on the moon. So for a celebration for that, like, anniversary, we are doing this. They are doing this. Yeah, so this is a special, huge, because the fact that they went to moon and we are celebrating this with just sending humans to space. But this is also celebration, because we are not sending just the astronauts that we trained. Because every time what happens is, we train the astronauts, they go to some place and they train, and 2-3 years later they go to space. But this is interesting. These are commercial, like civilians, like they have no, like some of them, like they have, if you have no knowledge about space, you don't have a degree in aerospace, something mechanical, electronics, anything, let it be, and but still you are going to reach the space. So it's all small steps to, I think, if you watch Star Wars and anything, like anything, we have the Marvels, like they have spaceships hovering around the earth and colonizations everywhere. So this is all a small steps to reaching there one day. Like of course, Elon Musk said by 2050 there will be Mars colonization, like there will be a city. Did he mean city, or like, I think there will be, the human presence will be there, like, and it will be developed, and he wants this timeline to be completed. Also, he wants to go to, guys, that's so beautiful view, like Don't you think this is so small rocket? Like the SpaceX, if you just stand near the booster, it will just look like so tall. And this is little. Yeah, this is less height. RSS first step. Yeah, just. Oh yeah, I did not see the timer only, like while I was speaking. We are just officially 2 minutes. Oh, the guys, yes, because now the support system is going to back away. I will just on the mic, 1 sec. Let's do this.
We are in auto sequence.
Okay, the noise, they are in auto sequence. This is it.
Ariane, when that engine gimbal check occurs and that engine swings, they should actually be able to feel it in the cabin because it'll sway the stack back and forth.
There go the aft fin checks. There you see the engine gimbal check just peeking out at the base of the rocket. All right, here we go, everybody. Thousands of people contributed years to this historic moment. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Blue Origin's first human flight. Godspeed, first crew of New Shepard. Let's light this candle.
T-minus 16, guidance internal. T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Command engine start. 2, 1. Ignition. We have liftoff. New Shepard cleared the tower.
And New Shepard has cleared the tower on our way to space with our first human crew. Go, Jeff. Go, Mark. Go, Wally. Go, Oliver. You are going to space. Oh my goodness, listen to the roar of the BE-3 engine. We are just about to pass through max Q, maximum dynamic pressure. That was when the stresses on the vehicle are at their maximum.
Max Q.
Max Q is confirmed. Beautiful burn on that BE-3 engine. Liquid hydrogen.
Mach 1.
And liquid oxygen as the propellant. It's a nice, not just clean in terms of beautifully performing, but what comes out of it, it's steam, right? Whew! To see the glow of the engine underneath the rocket, just under our shoulders, and to know that we've got a crew that is going to space, it just feels different, doesn't it, Gary?
It is totally different.
All right, you can follow along, of course, the speedometer in the bottom left, the altimeter in the middle of the screen there. So far appears to be a nominal flight. All right, coming up here on MECO, main engine cutoff. That will be followed shortly by separation. And at that point, after separation, we're gonna let the astronauts unbuckle and take in the freedoms of zero G. There is MECO, main engine cutoff. a beautiful shot down the New Shepard rocket. Look at that view. Unreal.
So if we consider the Virgin Galactic, that was a long
Awaiting
flight.
separation here.
They waited for some 60 minutes, and then that was the huge flight time. So I think this process is very quick, and people will love this because it is very small time consuming. I think.
And here we are. You can start to see. Stand by. You're going to see the separation of the capsule from the booster itself.
Yeah, I think but this will all take only 11 minutes, so this will be fun to watch. We already have passed 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Let's see.
Oh, wow. We just changed you. So you have to look out the window. Holy kid God. Oh, wow.
Guys, they're actually enjoying the space. Yeah, they have surpassed the Kármán line, as you can see on the left-hand side of the bar meter. So,
and there we go. Our astronauts have passed the Kármán line at about 328,000 feet,
yeah.
Continuing their ascent. You see the two vehicles there. When the speed hits zero, you know that they've hit apogee, their maximum altitude, and you hear they're having quite an experience.
All my instincts are fine.
Okay, I'm gonna start back.
Okay. I'm here to help you. Yep. Got it. Yeah, you just have to wait for it. You want the Skittle.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, guys, now they are starting to come back. You can see the altitude of the booster is decreasing.
1 minute warning. 1 minute warning.
Go. Oh, sorry. It's right there. So good.
Get that one?
Got it.
Got it?
Let's see if I can see the boost.
Yeah,
A little bit. I cannot. Oh, wow. You got to take the moment to do that. Okay, get in. We got to get in. This is the roll.
Oh, fantastic. Look at this. It's dark up here.
Oh, wow.
2,000 miles an hour.
Everybody in?
First status check. Astronaut Oliver.
Oh, my word.
Oh, wow.
Let's go more.
Oliver, status check. Oh, sorry. Blue Control, Oliver, status perfect. Green
Copy, Astronaut Wally.
Wally. Blue Control, Wally is in seat.
Copy, Astronaut Demo.
Astronaut Demo, right by seat.
Copy, Astronaut Bezos. Copy.
Thank you again, everybody, for joining us live for our first UN flight on New Shepard. So far, a phenomenal flight. Our booster is about to return to its landing pad. There we see engine relights. The sonic boom. And
else
booster touchdown, welcome back, New Shepard.
Who else thought it was going to crash? The sound it made, I thought it busted down.
Space.
First up, your booster has landed.
Booster landed. Blue Control Bezos, it's great to hear about the booster.
And there it is, our crew capsule with our 4 crew members on board.
You have a very happy crew up here, I want you to know. Oh yeah, I see blue. I see the big barn.
Stand by drogues. Stand by drogues.
Parachutes.
Stand by main. Stand by main.
Full inflation. Our rocket went over Mach 3, and now they're coming floating back down at just about 15 or 16 miles an hour, about to join us home. Back here in West Texas, after having gone over the Kármán line, the internationally recognized line of space, the world's newest astronauts. Gary, how you holding up, friend?
I am speechless.
Wow. And those big, beautiful windows.
I've just got about a minute and a half of floating before the activation of the skirt jet for a soft touchdown. At this point, there are sensors on board that are detecting how high they are above the ground, multiple sensors. And just 6 feet above the ground, that cushion of air will puff, and they will have a soft touchdown, almost like just sitting in a chair. But I'm sure their adrenaline is pumping now.
And touchdown. Welcome back, New Shepard's first human crew. What a flight.
Welcome back to Earth, first step. Congratulations to all of you.
What a day, what a day.
Very happy group of people on this capsule. We're so grateful to everybody who made this possible. Thank you.
Blue Control, Oliver, thank you so much for everyone there. It was amazing. It was amazing.
Copy, first step. You have a very happy Capcom here as well. Let's do a status check. Astronaut Oliver.
Blue Control, astronaut Oliver, status correct.
Copy. Astronaut.
Guys, there you have multiple records created on the same day. The oldest,
Copy. Astronaut demo.
The youngest to space.
Astronaut demo, I am unbelievably good.
Copy.
Thank you, Jeff. Blue Control, Bezos, best day ever.
Yeah.
Copy, everyone. Go ahead and remain in your seats. Crew member 7 is on their way. Shortly, you will hear the capsule off-gassing.
Wow. Did anybody have to our altitude or altitude? I didn't. We asked? No, they thought they did. We'll find out. It's okay. I had, my main mission was accomplished. I didn't kick anyone. That's fine.
That was only about 5 minutes.
Yep.
First up, Blue Control, your apogee was 351,210 feet.
Blue Control, could you say that in meters?
50.
according to the announcement, I think if we do the calculation, I think they reached some 110 kilometers, so that is so much higher than the ground line. I don't know if I did the calculation right. Yeah, but
that was incredible.
110 kilometers.
Wally, that was incredible.
They will be speaking about this one for their entire lives.
I was surprised at how easy 0G was. Yeah, it felt very, like, remarkably natural. It did. It's like swimming. Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. It actually feels good. It felt... There it comes.
Well, what a day. You can see our the world's newest minted astronauts there on board discussing their incredible flight of a lifetime up to space and back. Wow. Our team is now preparing landing safety operations. The recovery crew has already, minutes ago, has left the barn there to go open the hatch. You can see them there. They're arriving at the capsule in the Rivians. You can actually also see that the parachutes fell very close to the capsule. It means that there's not much wind out there. It was a beautiful, beautiful day. Not too shabby, Gary. What do you think?
No, it was picture perfect. And it sounds like it landed pretty much exactly where we predicted. That's how they can get to it so quickly. They start moving even before it landed based on the prediction of landing. We use weather balloons that we launched throughout the morning, and that gives us a very good idea of where it will land, which is within 1,000 feet. What you're seeing that they're doing right now is Kevin Sprague, crew member 7, is just making sure everybody is okay and gives them a thumbs up. They're also grounding the vehicle. When you go into space, you could accumulate pretty significant electric charge. That's actually why we prefer that the astronauts not get out themselves, so that we can ground the vehicle of static charge, which can be quite strong.
Excellent, and I think there that Kevin Sprague, our crew member 7, has given the thumbs up for all of our astronauts that are on board there. Again, Jeff Bezos, Mark Bezos, Wally Funk, and Oliver Daemon. What an incredible day. You heard them on the audio. Best day ever. I mean, this is I feel like this is our best day ever, and we didn't even get to go up to space. I mean, what a day. Again, congratulations to the entire Blue team, our astronaut crew, and of course the friends and family of these incredible astronauts. They're just about to exit the capsule here. Let's wait for that moment. There you see Jeff in the window.
Oh, there you are.
Felix is up here.
All right, guys, what we do later.
I got a main line in front of the hatch. There's the main parachute line in front of the hatch. Jeff!
Okay, take the side, take the side. You pump on the bush.
They're just moving one of the main parachute lines to make sure it doesn't snag the hatch when it opens.
And there's Jeff. Thumbs up.
I'm sure they will send us up again on the same route.
CC safe, Jimmy.
You heard there, the CC is safe.
No, I got it. No, it's not open on the side. Confirm. Okay, you can go live.
Usually, when astronauts return from ISS,
Go to the camera.
they are quarantining them for some days.
Jimmy!
You have to see, like,
Jimmy!
Gary, the architect of New Shepard, congratulations to you, man.
Congratulations.
Give me a
to
hug.
you,
This is just, ugh. What a day. Again, thank you everybody for joining us live for our first human flight of New Shepard. Our 4 astronauts went to space and back, topping over 350,000 feet, well over 100 kilometers. They've come back down safely. We're just waiting here for egress. Our crew is going to get out of the capsule and meet their families back here on the ground. Of course, their families that have provided so much support since they were little kids and dreamt of this to this day and this moment.
Where's Christina and Mar? Let me know when everybody's there. Mar and Mary. Get in here, Mar.
Alright, Caitlin, you ready? Family, are we ready?
Oliver! Congratulations! Congratulations! Your dad's been around! Oh my God! Your dad's great! Oh, congratulations! Woo! You gotta get up there, sweetheart! Oh my God! It was so great!
What a day again here, a successful launch and landing of the New Shepard rocket and crew capsule with our first human flight crew there, Jeff Bezos, Mark Bezos, Oliver Daemon, and Wally Funk. And their families there giving big hugs all around. What a moment, so much emotion from all of them. The elation. Did you see Wally? Did you see Wally when she came out? You know this. I told you she was probably going to do a summer, cartwheel as she came out of that capsule. What an incredible, incredible day. Let's just capture a couple more moments of this. Again, spaceflight. So much engineering, so much objective, hard engineering, technical thought that goes into it. But when you put people on board, there's such an incredible emotional component to this. The time, the effort, the blood, sweat, and tears, you know this better than anybody else. Again, congratulations, Gary.
Thank you, Ariane. And congratulations to the entire Blue Origin team. This might have looked easy today, it was anything but easy. To design a vehicle like this that is so safe that anybody can get on board.
From Wally Funk, who today became the world's oldest astronaut at 82, to Oliver Daemon, who became the world's youngest astronaut at 18. He joined us from the Netherlands. Again, big shout out to our viewers in the Netherlands. Congratulations. You should be very, very, very proud of your countrymen. I mean, again, and representing the next generation of people that are going to go into space. I mean, I can't wait to see what Oliver does with his future. I can only imagine, you heard him in the video, he just wants to spread the love, spread the message. I can't wait to hear their impressions of the view from up there. And in fact, I hear in just a moment we hope to be getting a couple of impressions from our astronauts. We'll stand by for that there. You see the friends, the family. You see our CEO, Bob Smith, there. You see a couple of our other executives, of course, this crew safety team. And it's champagne time, everybody.
It's the only proper way to end the space flight.
Exactly, only proper way to end a space flight with a champagne shower. And man, let me just tell you, that is the beginning of the celebrations. There is a lot more to come. We are, again, not just the crew and the families, but everybody at Blue Origin who has made the historic day possible.
Wally.
Oh, there's a big hug from Jeff to Wally Funk.
Yeah, but you did it, though. You did it. The oldest person in space. You. That's so wet.
A beautiful moment there.
Thank you.
For a woman who was denied her opportunity to go to space in the 60s, she had to wait to the 2020s, but man, it was worth the wait. There you see the Bezos brothers hugging it out. Oliver Daemon, you saw him earlier giving his father a big hug. What a moment. You saw the first hug when Jeff came out of the capsule to his mother, Jackie, followed by his father, Mike. I mean, again, what a day. What a day. To the thousands and thousands of members of Team Blue, you contributed to today as well. I know you were all hugging it out back in Kent, Washington at our headquarters near Seattle, sending you guys a lot of love from down here in West Texas. What a moment.
I imagine.
Oh, look at this girl.
Ella!
I mean, granted, you know, Gary, we weren't in the capsule, but my favorite part was hearing, you know, the hooting and hollering and the laughing. You know, Jeff is known for his big boisterous laugh. I mean, he's having the moment of a lifetime here, and you can only imagine as they were floating around up there. You saw them say, hey, gosh, look at the views. Gary, is this as you had expected it? 17 years ago when you joined Blue Origin, you know, we like to at Blue we like to, you know, start at the end goal, work backwards to make the design, and then build forwards. When you sat there 17 years ago with the very small team at the time at Blue, is this what you would imagine?
It's certainly what we hoped for, but with the size of the team, when I joined Blue Origin, there were only 20 of us in a warehouse, and it would have taken a huge leap of faith to think that we could have gotten to this point, but we have.
Just incredible. You know, I've been here 7 years. We were at 300, so man, you got me beat by a lot there. But you know, I can remember when I joined the team and we were talking about the moment, the day that we were going to fly people. You know, you talk about it, but it's here and it's now. And I remember we were talking about, okay, well, what will this video look like, and what will that video look like? It doesn't compare. It doesn't matter. This is real. This is so much better than anything that we could have ever imagined. The emotional component to human space flight. We've had 15 consecutive test flights, which, as you said earlier, is why we knew that we were ready to put people on board this rocket. And that's what led us to today. To know that we could do this safely, and to give people the experience of a lifetime. And I think based on what we see there, I think you know, job well done, sir. Job well done.
And not only did we do it today, we can do it again and again and again and again.
Precisely. Absolutely love it. That was amazing. Everybody, I want to thank you all for joining us from around the world for today's Blue Origin historic first human flight. It's been a moment for the ages, and guess what? We're just getting started. We've got 2 more flights this year and several more in the coming years. I want you to join us a little bit later today. We're going to have a live press conference on our website. You're going to get to hear the firsthand impressions from our 4 astronauts that went to space and back. But to all of you out there, if you like what you saw and you are serious and interested about reserving your seat on a future rocket ride to space and back with New Shepard, we've got some exciting news for you. We are open for ticket sales. Send us an email, astronauts@blueorigin.com. We can't wait to fly you to space and back. Gary, it has been an honor to share the desk with you today, the architect of New Shepard. Thank you so much for your insights. Thank you so much for all of your hard work and all the hard work of your team that has made today possible.
Thank you, Ariane. It was unforgettable.
Absolutely. The road to space is being built, everybody, and we took a huge step today. But we also need your help. If you're interested in learning more about Blue Origin or joining our extraordinary team, please visit our website. And if you'd like to commemorate today's historic launch, we also have some mission patches for you there. And that's also where you can get some apparel, some collectible gear. It is all there. Look at that sweet patch. So beautiful with the names of our new astronauts. What a day. Everybody, my name is Ariane Cornell. Thank you so much for joining us. It has been a pleasure and an honor to be your host. And of course, until our next launch, Gradatum Ferociter.
That's it, guys. That's it. History created again. So this was so fun. Like, we saw the Virgin Galactic last week, and yeah, this was fun. So today at last we witnessed it, and the upcoming mission is the SpaceX, and that will be in September. And in September, November, December, lots of things are going to happen. And the first one, the SpaceX Inspiration 4 mission. Then in December, the Gaganyaan, and we will have the test for Artemis also. So it's all good. And yeah, today the history is made. The oldest space astronaut and the youngest space astronaut both on the same flight. And here are the results. This will be a day to celebrate for them. And I think sure, like in future, in few months, I think they will again launch into space, because they announced now that they are open for the tickets. Let's see who is the next four, and if the ticket prices are low, maybe you can be the person there. That was awesome. Thanks for joining, guys. So that's it, and meet you guys. And there is something interesting coming up this week. I will let you know soon. And that's it. Thanks for joining, and have a safe day, and keep enjoying. Thank you. Keep watching Lighted Sky, subscribe to the channel, and please be cool, stay safe, and enjoy. Thank you.